What's up, guys? So it is new tire day. Yes, indeed. Today I am getting some new rubber for my wheels. So the big question with that would be, what tire should I get? So based on availability in Belfast, Northern Ireland, I've narrowed it down to 3 choices. So the first option, which you'd probably say is the easiest, simplest and cheapest option, would be to just replace like for like, just to put on more Bridgestone potenzas like the one that come stock on the Fiesta ST. And that's an okay option. Like I said, it's the cheapest option. The Ford dealer just up this road here is doing a fairly good deal on Bridgestone potenzas, and in the dry they perform very well. You know, they're a decent tire in the dry. You get good grip, happy days, no problems. The issue with the Bridgestone potenzas is that if it's in any way wet, they do not perform that well. So in very wet conditions, generally you're okay if you're not going too quick, but from time to time you can get a little bit of aquaplaning. It's happened to me a couple of times. You just suddenly lose traction, you lose your steering control, and it's not the most fun feeling to suddenly lose traction like that. Similarly as well, even if it's just a bit moist, they are very prone to just losing traction. Even gently just dab the brake and nope, just loses traction. And whenever your tires just lose traction like that, in wet or even just damp conditions, it doesn't really inspire very much confidence in the tire. And really, in a performance tire, if you're wanting to push hard sometimes, then you kind of need to have that confidence that it's going to grip when you expect it to grip. From the get-go, I've pretty much decided that I'm not going to go down the route of just getting more Bridgestone potenzas. So the second option that is available to me is the Pirelli P0s. Now initially, you might think, well, Pirelli, big brand, P0, Formula 1, going to be good, right? From what I've read a little bit of research online, they actually are very similar performance level to the Bridgestone potenzas. They're good in the dry, but in the wet, not so much. And also I've read as well that the Pirelli P0s, this is specifically the Pirelli P0 Nero, which is what I can get in the right size. They are worse at wearing, so they'll wear out quicker. Now with performance tires, you kind of expect them to wear quicker than a regular tire. That's just part and parcel with performance tires. You expect that, but from what I read, the Pirelli P0 Neros are worse than the others, put it that way. And in terms of price point, they are relatively similar to the Bridgestone potenzas, maybe slightly more, but essentially the same. Then the third option is the Michelin or Michelin, depending on your pronunciation, Pilot Sport 3s. Now, these were a little bit tricky to actually find around Belfast in the right size, but I have actually managed to find a set in a place that is actually not very far away from where I live, so that's pretty handy. The Pilot Sport 3s, from what I read online, the general consensus seems to be that they are hands down the best tire that you can get for the Fiesta ST. and indeed for many other cars. From what I read, their wet weather grip is actually very good. Their dry grip is better than the Potenzas and the P0s. They just top everything. The general consensus, as I say, just seems to be that they are the best tire out there that I can get. So just based on all that, the prices, they are a little bit more expensive. I think I was quoted £113 per tire compared to around 83-ish for the P0 Euros. So they're a little bit more expensive, but to be honest, for the extra performance, I think it's worth it. So that's the decision I've made. Yes, I am going to get myself, or rather my ST, some Michelin Pilot Sport 3s. So I thought it might be cool to do like a little bit of a before and after. So at this point right now, I still have the Bridgestone Potenzas on. Now they are a little bit worn, but they're not like totally worn out. So they still have basically the same dry weather performance that they had before. And today it's not a wet day. There is a slight little bit of dampness to the road, but it's very, very slight. So this should be a fairly decent test. So if I just do a bit of a launch, so if I go sport mode, find the clutch, build the revs. Alright, that actually wasn't too bad. There was a bit of a wheel spin at the start, yes. But that was actually a bit less than I was expecting. Maybe I wasn't going hard enough. It's pretty much dry right now, so I would kind of expect that. If there was any more wetness to the road, that would be spinning the wheels like crazy and you'd be going nowhere fast. You would just be like first gear, you would see the revs go way up, but you wouldn't be going anywhere. So you have to get out of first gear as quickly as you can to try and get the drop in torque to regain traction to actually get going. Okay, so let's try another launch. First gear, build up the revs, get the clutch. Oh, yes. Nice bit of wheel spin. Oh, spun the wheels a bit in second gear. Well, there you go. So we got a bit of wheel spin at the start in first gear, regained traction, got out into second gear, and near the top of the rev band, we got more wheel spin in second gear. But that just goes to show you, can't entirely rely on these tires for grip in any kind of damp conditions. If you're going for performance, damp doesn't really work. But also, like I said before, I have actually had some slippy moments in damp conditions just driving normally.
See one of you guys either side there, the yellow line there, just in front of it.
Alright, so I've just been in to talk to the guys in Charleshurst Tyres, and they have them and we're good to go, so I'm just about to roll in and get the tyres put on. Okay, so we have just got the nice brand new Pilot Sport 3s put on. So initial reaction is they feel absolutely fine. difference. Okay, so we'll do a wee launch. Okay, so we got that initial a little bit of wheel spin which you're always going to get, but traction dug in very quickly. We didn't get that same wheel spin in second gear that we got previously, so that's nice. Wing it around here. Yes. Cornering around that roundabout slightly aggressively, and not a smidgen of any loss of traction, so that's exactly what we want. Great, happy days. Way around here. Oh, the gripping for days. That was great. Previously on the Bridgestones, I would have been holding on for dear life, trying to correct all of the spinning, all of the slippage. But with these Pilot Sports so far, this is pretty impressive. So yeah, we'll leave it there. I'm pretty happy with the new tyres so far. They seem nice and grippy. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, a share, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.